Hi fashion girls, I'm doing my first makeup tag, and it's a bunch of questions that have to do with putting on makeup. So here it goes. When did I first start putting makeup? Well, it was slightly before I turned 15, and I started by getting like an eye pencil and maybe some mascara, although we didn't call it mascara. Everybody called it Rimmel, because that's what apparently a lot of people call mascara. And I was very confused because I knew that it was called mascara, but everybody was calling it Rimmel. It took me years to figure out that one. But everybody was putting on basically eye pencil. It was black and mascara. And those were the two things that everybody did. When I turned 15, that was in junior high when I was slightly before 15. When I actually turned 15 towards the end of the year, in May, my mom got me makeup. According to my mom, makeup, you had to be 15 in order to start using it. I also couldn't pierce my ears until I was 12, although I didn't actually pierce my ears until I was 17. My mom got me a bunch of stuff. I know that foundation wasn't one of them, but I do think she got me loose powder. At the end of the year, I took from my mom some foundation that I found in her makeup drawer. Now my mom doesn't really put on makeup, and I think she took this from my great grandmother's stash. And what was funny about this foundation is that I used it for the end of the year pictures, and I look yellow as hell. And that's pretty funny because my mom is light. Her skin is lighter than mine. So how was she thinking about using that foundation? I have no idea, but I think it was L'Oreal. So that was the first time I ever used foundation. Any makeup, any horror stories about makeup? So the first story I have about horror stories about makeup is basically the blue eyeshadow. When I was in junior high and high school, we had our uniforms basically a blue shirt. It could be light blue, it could be dark blue, it could be a very pale blue, it could be a purplish blue, but blue. So when you're 15 or 16, you kind of have this thought process that your eyeshadow has to match your shirt. Now we know it's not true, but do remember this was like in 1999 or 2000, so we really didn't have any YouTube or internet sources to use. You basically learned how to put on your makeup from either if you had a big sister or something like that, but mainly from your friends. All my friends did this, so I had blue eyeshadow all over my eye. The other thing that I can remember is we didn't do blending because we didn't know you were supposed to. So here it was, and you put matte blue eyeshadow on your eyelid and didn't blend it out. So that's the first thing I can think about in terms of horror stories. Till this day, I have a very difficult time putting on blue eyeshadow, so I do watch it when it comes to that. The third question is, who did you learn from how to use makeup? Well, I want to say my mom, but the truth is my mom doesn't really put on makeup. And since I'm the eldest sister and my sister's like 5 years younger than me, I obviously didn't learn from her. I did learn from my friends mainly, which is the result of a lot of horror stories, obviously. And I did also learn from a book that my mom got me as part of a birthday present about how to put makeup. Now this was back in the days, so books were wonderful sources. I also learned a lot about photography from a book that one year I got for my birthday, but it was very limited. Nowadays the options are endless, and the techniques the book was talking about were very conventional and very straightforward, and you couldn't play around with it too much. But it taught me some great things, like about classic products like the Garland powder, you know, the little meteors colored balls, and about like things like how to shape your cheekbones. So it did teach me some wonderful things. I then later on in life, about 4 to 5 years ago, started learning about all kinds of techniques from YouTube, which I know that a lot of people do these days. And that was the best way, because I know that a lot of people started doing all these tutorials about step-by-step photos of how to put on a certain eyeshadow look. It didn't really work for me, that technique. So when they started having videos of how to do stuff, that's when I really learned. That's when I learned the windshield motion, and that's when I learned about makeup brushes. And that was when I first started buying makeup brushes. Till that point, I was still using those little sponge thing applicators that you would get in each eyeshadow set. So, and when I think about it, gosh, you used to use that horrible flat blush brush thingy. You know what I mean? Oh god, that was horrible. 3 products that I swear by. I don't have 3 top favorite right now because I'm kind of experimenting, and unfortunately if I would recommend 3 favorite products right now, they would be from companies that are not cruelty free and I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to find the proper dupes, and for me those products are the holy grail. That means nothing else comes to that level. I can find a dupe, but it doesn't necessarily hit that level. When I do find my holy grails, I'll be glad to share them on the channel, but right now I don't really have. What I can say is that I truly believe in 3 products on my face, and that's foundation, a little bit of blush, and eyeliner. And the reason is because when I don't wear glasses, when I wear contacts, my eyes tend to kind of sink in my face because I have a very round and chubby face, as you can tell, and my eyes are really small, so that really helps them, brings them out. And a good complexion is a really sign of health and vitality, so I really try to have a healthy looking complexion. Next question is, what does makeup give you? Okay, so makeup for me is another creative outlet, basically. It's a wonderful way for me to express the colorful, wonderful feelings that I feel inside. And I definitely put that in line. I write and I do scrapbooking and I love music and I like creative things. But I also love to do things that have to do with fashion. The other thing that makeup gives me is a challenge, I guess you would say, because it's something that I can learn and I need to learn, and then I need to give it my personal touch. And that for me is a challenge that I really like implementing. I like learning new things. I like getting to a level that's considered very good and then giving it my little edge. So that's what makeup gives me. I really like colorful makeup too, but you have to be very careful about that. The next question, which kind of in the same line of questioning, is would you leave the house without makeup? Definitely yes. Makeup is not a mask for me. Again, it's a creative outlet. I can't, in fact, makeup is a way for me to express that I feel good about myself. Sometimes I feel a little bit blue because something bummed me out, but I'm not depressed or anything like that. So I will put some makeup on because it helps brighten out and bring the good feelings inside out. But if I'm completely blue and not into it, I won't put makeup on. I won't disguise myself and I won't hide behind it. It's definitely something that I'm not hyper about. And no, I won't put on makeup in order to go throw the garbage away or go to the grocery store, because sometimes you just have to do things and I don't have time to put on makeup. And I know that I'm only going out for an hour because I have to, so I won't put on makeup. That's perfectly fine in terms of what I consider. I think that you have to have a very high self-confidence level in order to wear makeup well. And the reason is because makeup is supposed to enhance yourself, to express yourself. It's not supposed to help you hide. So yeah, I would definitely leave the house without makeup. What kind of makeup would I wear for a first date? Well, for first date, as creative as I like being, I will definitely wear makeup, that's the first thing, but I will wear something very, very simple. I've learned over the years that when I get compliments, and the best compliments come from actually older men, they're not hitting on me, okay? Not the gross, icky men. They have no problem telling you that you're beautiful. And to me, that's the simplest compliment there is. And really, people don't say that. People don't just say to you, wow, you're pretty. And to me, that's the best compliment ever. But I've noticed that I only receive those compliments really when I have a little bit going on. That means I have a foundation and I have a very simple blush on, and my eyeshadow is really simple with a little bit of eyeliner on top, nothing underneath, and maybe some light lipstick, like light natural, a little bit pinkish lipstick. And I've learned that that really is a success combo for me, and it really enhances my natural features. And I think that's what makeup's supposed to do. It's supposed to enhance your natural features. So if you're not into makeup because you're a creative personality, then that's really the route you should go on. That's usually my makeup during the day when I just want to put on makeup to enhance and feel good about myself. But I don't feel creative. I don't feel overly creative. Like, I don't feel like putting orange eyeshadow on my eyes. So those were the questions. If you're watching this and you feel like doing it as well, feel free to take this tag and copy it and do it yourself. You could also post a video comment to this video and I will approve it. And that's it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the ask me down below in the comments. As always, I will have links in my description box to my blog and my Instagram and my Twitter account and my Facebook account. And feel free to do subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And if you liked the video, feel free to do like on the bottom. I also appreciate it. So that's it for today. Have fun. Bye, girls.